So CZM, I love how he slowed things down. He's basically waiting until he can get his mitts on a rocket launcher at the very least. And yeah, he's just spotted Fleischer and has been spotted himself, so he's a little bit on the run here. I'm going to take a look at Fleischer for a moment, continuing to control the center, which is actually really important. Here's where CZM wants to get a rocket launcher. Fleischer, though, has the entrance pegged, and a good amount of spam will keep CZM guessing for just a little bit longer, but he still wants to inch out. He's checking. He's like, ah, crap. He is there. All right, so again, he will duck. Red armor's been up for almost a minute now. But Fleischer doesn't need to get it. CZM needs a rocket launcher. And this might be... yeah. Oh, Fleischer comes back in just the nick of time to keep CZM away from the rocket. Again, look at the patience, though. CZM's about to earn himself a Mega. And he will have to fight with LG and Plasma, but that's going to be enough. Here is
I don't know if CZM knew it, but coming into that situation, he's like, okay, I'm either going to get red, Mega, or rocket launcher. There's no way I cannot come out of this without getting anything out of it. But I really got to hand it to Fleischer here. He's still down by a frag.
Ah, there it is.
But to be honest, when I saw Fleischer trying to hide away in that little hole and just kind of stand there, my eyes kind of glazed over. I was like, okay, this is over. But no, Fleischer has brought himself back into the game. With 3 minutes left, he's only down to 1.
Wow.
Here comes CZM. Didn't quite see him, but he got the steal though. Holy shit! He was able to pull together the frag, and oh my god, that left him with only 100 health. That Mega health saved his ass.
Yeah, he had 1 health at that pickup. Oh my god. That was fantastic stuff there. CZM is able to put Fleischer down even after Fleischer caught him off guard, able to land a free rocket up CZM's pooper. But all for naught, because CZM is definitely back in the driver's seat, picking up red, and 2 seconds to Mega should be able to keep Fleischer away from it. And wow, all that work. I mean, the patience from CZM has just been phenomenal. I mean, how much time did he spend in that upper hallway just above the shotgun and Mega between there? Like, he spent probably a good, what, 35 seconds there. You almost never see that, but CZM knew that that was the one place where, you know, Fleischer was busy, you know, checking the other side of the map, trying to get the yellow armors, things like that. You know, that was where he could kind of stake his claim. And once he got the Mega, he knew that he suddenly had a leg up. He knew that Fleischer at best had armor, but CZM, of course, had the health advantage and really pressed it well. Fantastic work by CZM, and he's about to get yet another red.
I'm sorry, Grease, but sometimes you can go, okay, CZM did this, CZM did that, but sometimes 1 health before picking up Mega with a 2-to-1 score line. There's only so much you can analyze as far as that goes. There's some bullshit going on there.
He's trying to say that he's lucky?
For both of these guys. Yeah, well, you know,
okay.
1 health, you gotta say that's a factor. You can't say, all right, I plan to, okay, I can take this much health and still be okay. You know? And Fleischer is going to have a lot of trouble coming back from it now. I mean, enough time was elapsed. Fleischer was down by 1 frag for so long, in control for so long. He wasn't hunting for the frag, really, but I can't really blame him too much. I mean, it was only 1 frag. All he needed to do was keep playing it right and wait for CZM to kind of put the pressure on him. And, again, 1 health has decided this match between a 2-to-2 tie game with Mega for Fleischer or 3-to-1, you know?
But you have to ask yourself, did CZM plan it?
Yeah, he totally planned that. Totally.
Well, the important thing, though, is that he's about to advance, and that's, as a CZM fan, that's what I care about. Now, you know, predictions-wise, I mean, do you feel like CZM has what it takes to handle some of the tougher players? Because I would say no, but we'll have to see. Did I? Was I too much of a fanboy for you?
I don't know. I just wanted to temper that and not take away, you know. I like that comment though. CZM started planning that moment when he picked up a green health bubble.
Yes.
Not bubble. God damn it! I'm gonna get a fucking T-shirt that says "Real men don't call it bubble." 5 minutes before, yeah.
All right, guys. We are going to check and see what the next matchup will be. And actually, Baxley is offering some insight, sort of from a player's perspective. He's saying that I should mention the mental stress that happens to a player. For example, when CZM fragged Fleischer at the 230 mark, it's a pretty big letdown in a player's head and can affect the entire momentum of a player's game from that point on. At the high level duels, being mentally tough is a huge factor, just like any sport. So he considers Rafa to hang chance to be really good at managing their mental stress. All right, guys, we have the players of the hour on the server. CZM versus Rafa, about to unfold in front of us here on Quake Live TV. And once again, I just want to call out big thanks to the Quake Live TV staff. I especially want to say thank you to Slava and Jahar for being here tonight. We should get fish sticks on a little bit later when Jahar has to go. And,
actually, yeah, they're doing teardown right now. They just finished.
Yeah, they're over at the WCG doing some casting of their own, and hopefully we'll get some map picks out of these guys. Now, Rafa, to me, he strikes me as the kind of player that will sit down and learn any map because he just always wants to be prepared, right? I mean, I just can't see him shrugging his shoulders and saying, well, I'll just rely on my ability to toss a map rather than learn a map. And so I think Rafa may try to throw off CZM here by avoiding anything old school and really trying to embrace the new and make it something that CZM doesn't even want to play. So my first Quake Live match against a higher seeded opponent. I assume you have higher seed. And Rafa says, Gagha, yes. Well, I'm guessing that's supposed to be haha, yes. Or gotcha. Or
yeah, you obviously don't know how Rafa laughs. CZM says, I'll PM you advice on what to toss if you want.
Rafa, I think, is tossed hub, and CZM tosses T7.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, it's smart.
Hub
smart
is
move.
going way the fuck out.
And CZM says DM13. Rafa says hectic.
And Rafa called it. Wow.
ZTN is what CZM calls. So Hectic and ZTN are the map choices, leaving T4 as the tiebreaker. Hectic, we go.
Yeah, by the way, everybody, we should underline here, CZM Rafa, I believe for the first time, like, ever. This is going to be interesting, and I kind of say I was not expecting to see it happen on Hectic for the first map, especially not being Rafa's pick, but let's see.
It was Rafa's pick. It was Rafa's pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ultra's calling me out on the Ever part. Ever that we've seen on here, so yeah.
Yeah, on Quake Live TV. This is the first time. Anyway, as you can see, the major items to play for on the map are going to be Red Armor, Yellow Armor, and Mega, meaning it's a bit like DM6 in terms of power-ups. There are a few other things to mention, though. The teleporters will make things extremely fast and furious. There's also some shards and green armor on the map to work with. Just letting them know that
looks like
we're
we
ready
have
to go.
F3s here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they're waiting on us. I'm just reminding Rafa he never needs to wait on us. Rafa just hit a midair as CZM jumped in front of him. That was awesome. All right, nice little fadeaway. CZM with Yellow Armor and Rocket off of the spawn. And CZM going for midair, not able to make it connect, but he does have a lightning gun now to his arsenal. Rafa trying to play with plasma from the lower ground and waits until the clickety-click-click happens for CZM, and the lack of rocket could be pretty detrimental. He's able to find some ammo and back off to it. Of course, the teleporter is going to make enormous... I guess the decision-making in this map is going to revolve, I think, around those teleporters in a lot of different ways. CZM already used them to his advantage. Rafa getting away with 100 as, of course, he's controlled some of the better items. CZM hitting one critical rocket, locking Rafa out from the chase. We're going to watch Rafa's point of view for just a few seconds. Able to collect Mega one more time.
And CZM, you could tell he's looking a little bit lost here, almost lost, ha ha ha. Oh wow, first LG is going to be broken out by Rafa, and there's first frag as well. Rafa getting out of that with only 22 health. CZM was able to nail together quite a few rail shots as Rafa was making his exits through the teleporters, so that explains Rafa's current stack right here. But as he's picked up the first frag, he's going to be able to pad off some time here, kind of, you know, break off the fight ever so momentarily, get stacked back up, and get back in control here. But CZM's actually making a pretty good fight here at the top. Coming back to the teleporter, CZM's looking to do damage with the rocket.
Nice timing by CZM.
Taking a load of rockets, and CZM nailing him to the ceiling with that last one. Beautiful shot.
That honestly, you know, I'm afraid to use the words in the sentence, but I want to say that it was actually a mistake by Rafa. He kind of allowed himself to get cornered, and with CZM able to grab the mega health so quickly off the spawn. You know, Rafa really didn't have much to work with, and he was relying on the ability to get some defensive rockets to hold off CZM, but great ability by CZM to press in. Great rail by Rafa, though, evening things up. CZM is now in a very bad spot. Oh, Rafa. Wow. Just kind of gets shot in the face with a rocket. Great shot by CZM. 3-1.
I find it interesting that Rafa tossed Arrow Walk, but then called Hectic, because in some ways Hectic is kind of like Arrow Walk if you stuck it in a box and shook it for a while, you know? There's still a lot of the teleporter play, there's still a lot of the tight angular shots, there's still a lot of the heavy traps at the items. And CZM, so far, like, his greatest strength has definitely been, you know, kind of bouncing Rafa through one teleporter and following up on the exit, and he's been very, very proficient on that so far. So he's actually up 2 frags right now, almost 3 minutes into this, and of course that's nowhere near a decider for the match. CZM is going to be stuck back up in red armor as well. He gets out of it with only 14 health, and Rafa will be able to bring it up to a 1 frag game.
Well, Rafa just basically did what CZM did to him about a minute and a half ago, where that red armor is such an exposed position, and you can really lose a lot of health, especially with a well-trained LG. Nice railgun by CZM as Rafa passes by the upper window. But, oh, again, the red armor is really where all the frags are happening on this map. I'm loving it. Rafa trying to muscle in. CZM still has a handful of armor. He's able to survive a little bit longer, and he does put Rafa down for the 5th time. I mean, I'm loving this map so far. The hectic pace, excuse the pun, but it is definitely worth mentioning. CZM is timing this mega health extremely well. I think that since the opening minute or so, CZM's been able to collect them all since then, I think. Is that right?
Looks like that so far, and look at this, actually a red armor grab without taking any damage in return. He's still a little low on health, but this will give him plenty of armor to work with as he moves into, again, looking for the prediction shots here on Rafa. He's always looking for that initial damage. Picking up a 50 on the rocket launcher side of the map, that's definitely going to be helping him out, putting him in pretty good position for the next round of red armor. That might mean giving up. No, it doesn't! Rafa's going to be killing himself right on CZM's face. CZM getting out with 50 bits of that mega health and a red armor, so Rafa,
oh my god!
Ballsy play here.
Bouncy, bouncy. Wow, and CZM connects with one rocket, able to connect with a second to bring it right back to a 6-2. Rafa hits his come on bind as he goes down. And beautiful revenge frag by CZM. Very aggressive move to get that rocket launcher. Very much needed weapon. Rafa dropping in and nailing CZM with a rocket of his own. Back to 6-3. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who to watch here. I'm going to stick with CZM because I'm a fanboy, but Rafa, of course, from behind will be doing what he can to make that scoreline get closer and closer together.
And once again, I mean, Rafa is just looking for the setup here, but every time he looks to get an angle on CZM, CZM's already got spam rockets heading out his way. So that can actually work to Rafa's advantage, where he can kind of go, okay, CZM's kind of locked himself into this room for the moment. If I can get the aggression out here. But it comes down to timing, and it has to be very, very precise. Rafa dropping down right now, catching CZM as he grabs mega health. CZM's going to be weak coming into this fight. That was pretty much a, yeah, I'm going to die right here. But that leaves red armor up. Rafa will be getting it for free. This this is really the first time we've
40%
seen
health.
Rafa in a while have a very, very strong stack. Wow, really? Shit.
Yeah, beautiful movement by Rafa across the center there, jumping in between the two